Hello everyone, my name is Rishabh Mishra and I welcome you all to the next lecture of our video series. In this lecture, we'll be learning about cases in German language and especially the accusative case in German language. Okay, so let's start our video. So we have 4 cases in German language starting from nominative, accusative, dative and genitive. Okay, nominative, accusative, dative and genitive. So in this particular video, we'll be learning about accusative case in German language. Okay. So before starting accusative case, let us revisit nominative case that I have done in one of the previous lecture. You can find the link below and you can have a look to that particular video. Now in accusative case and in nominative case, what are the differences? How the nominative case is different from accusative case? If a sentence is there, or if we have to determine that whether this is the nominative or accusative, or if we are writing something and we need to know that whether we have to use a nominative article or accusative article in front of the noun. So this we'll be learning in today's lecture. Starting with accusative case. Before that, we have nominative case. So for nominative case, we have one person in the whole sentence or one thing, that is the subject. Okay, that is the subject. So we have a single subject in a particular sentence. For example, I have written a statement here, the girl is sad. So we have a particular subject, a noun, single noun is there. So we have one person, we have one person. So the girl is sad. This is a nominative case. Then what is accusative then? Accusative, in accusative case we have a subject, we have a verb and then we have a object. Difference between nominative and accusative is, in nominative we have a single person, but in accusative we have two person or two things or one person or a thing. Now what is the use of accusative? So I have written here is, accusative is used to convey direct object of the sentence. Direct object means there is a subject, there is an object. The object is getting influenced by the actions done by the subject directly. Bouncer? Again, there is an object, there is a subject. Subject is doing some action and the object is getting influenced by the action done by the subject directly. Okay, then this is a direct object. What is indirect object? Indirect object, for example, I am writing, okay, he is writing a letter to his mother. He is writing a letter to his mother. So he is subject, is writing a letter. Letter is the direct object because he is writing the letter. He is doing some action on the letter. But for whom he is writing the letter? He is writing the letter for his mother. So mother is the indirect object. Ultimately the letter will reach to his mother, no. But mother is not getting influenced directly by the action done by the subject in this particular statement. Who is getting affected directly? It's the letter. So letter is the direct object here and mother is the indirect object here. For in this case, we are having a subject and a direct object and a verb which defines what action is being done by the subject to the object. Next thing, for example, the girl eats an apple. The girl eats an apple. So apple is the object here. Apple is the object here and the girl is the subject. So the action is eat is the verb. So apple is getting influenced by the girl directly because the girl eats an apple. So this is a typical example of an accusative case. Again, for nominative case, we have a single subject, nothing else. In accusative, we have a subject, we have a verb and then we have a object. The object is directly getting influenced by the action done by the subject. So this is a direct object. In direct object case, we have accusative case. Now, for example, if I want to translate this sentence in German language, the girl is sad. So what I'll be writing as, the girl means das Mädchen, das Mädchen ist traurig. Das Mädchen ist traurig. The girl is sad. Okay? The girl is sad. The girl eats an apple. So, das Mädchen ist now apple is Apfel. Apple is Apfel. But how to denote that this particular sentence is in accusative sense? Okay. How to denote that this particular statement is in accusative sense? So we have article in front of the object and this article gets changed. Okay. So we have the girl eats an apple. Das Mädchen isst einen Apfel. Einen Apfel. This we need to learn now. Das Mädchen isst einen Apfel. Now, from where does the einen comes from? We need to learn this. So here we'll be learning articles that are used to express, used to denote that particular thing is in accusative sense. Okay. So we'll be starting with, okay, before that, before explaining this, I want to tell you the verb conjugation of the verb essen. Essen means to eat. Essen means to eat. Now, if I eat something, so the verb will take conjugation as ich esse. Then if second person singular is doing thing, is eating, so I'll be using du isst, that too in informal sense. Informal sense, okay, in formal sense we'll be writing it as sie. Okay, so sie es is he, she, it. Again ist wir essen, we eat, wir essen, ihr isst, you all eat, and it is an informal sense. Sie oder sie, essen means second person formal and that too singular. For that we'll be using essen, and for third person plural we'll be using sie, means they all eat something. So sie essen. So this is the verb conjugation. The verb is getting conjugated according to the subject. Now here, das Mädchen ist traurig. So it is the girl is sad. Now here, das Mädchen isst einen Apfel. Ist here is the verb which is denoting this Mädchen, the girl, which is in third person singular. So we'll be using isst. Please note, these are two different things. Isst and isst. Okay, this is to eat and this is simple is. Again, so we are having these verb conjugations. So what is the moral of the story? So moral of the story is, when we have accusative case, then we have a subject, okay, then we have a verb, and then we have a object. This is direct object. So the object is getting influenced by the action done by the subject, and this verb is getting conjugated according to the subject. So this is the formation of the sentence in accusative case. Now, just now I have told you how to denote that this particular sentence is in accusative, or particular this sentence is in accusative. We are using article here. Okay, so einen. So this denotes that this is an object which is getting influenced by the action done by the subject. Now, how these articles gets changed? So if we know that in nominative case, if we are using masculine and indefinite article, it is der, and indefinite it is ein. For feminine it is die. For indefinite it is, I'll use a different color pen so it will be nice to Look on the board. Masculine. Masculine is der, indefinite. In indefinite it is ein. For feminine it is die, and for indefinite it is eine. For neutral it is das, and for indefinite it is ein. For plural it is die, and for plural indefinite we have no article. Now this masculine, when we have apple in nominative case, so it is simple apple. Okay, we have der Apfel oder ein Apfel, a apple, the apple. Now when we are changing this into accusative sense, no, so this der will become den, and this ein will become einen. This you need to learn. The masculine gender, the article in masculine, der becomes den, ein becomes einen. Next thing, feminine, die. Now the thing is, all after this will remain same. Die remains die, eine remains eine, das remains das, ein remains ein, die remains die, and no article, so no article for here also. How to use these statements, let us see some examples. If I say Maria eats the apple, Maria eats the apple, so here we are using the is definitive, definite sense, there, but this is in accusative sense because there is subject, there is a verb, and there is an object, direct object. So there becomes den. So what we will be writing, the translation of this will be Maria isst einen Apfel. No, eats den Apfel. Why? Because it is in definite sense. Next thing, Maria eats the egg. Now egg here is in neutral because it is das Ei. So Maria isst das Ei. Why it is das? Because in neutral das remains das only. Okay. Now if I write Maria isst the tomato, like Maria eats the tomato. So tomato is, this is feminine in gender, so I'll be writing isst the tomato. Why it is the? Because in feminine the remains the only, and for plural Maria eats potatoes, so Maria isst Kartoffeln. Maria isst Kartoffeln. This is, I have written potatoes. Okay, so for potatoes we are using it in plural sense. Okay, so I cannot use a potato or the, okay, I can use the potato. For here, if I write it in normal simple sense like eats potatoes, so it's Maria isst Kartoffeln without any article. But if I write Maria eats the potatoes, so I'll be writing Maria isst, then I'll be using the word die Kartoffeln here. So this is the thing that I need to convey. So let's quickly revise this. Okay, we have nominative, accusative, dative and genitive. We are having the object and the subject, and the verb is getting conjugated according to the subject. In masculine we are changing der to den and ein to einen. Here are the examples. Okay, so that is all for today, and if you like this video, click on like button, share amongst your friend and subscribe to this channel. Thank you.